Actually, Bill, you can come up front and get into the beautiful seat, because we'll be handing the mic to you pretty shortly. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And you know what? I love being in this kind of environment because it's okay for me to say things like this. This is a blessed day, and God has brought us together. And we are so happy to see so many people that are here. And thank you so much, Reverend, for opening up the church, for us to be here. Thank you for the wonderful talents of the Brockport Symphony Orchestra, and someone I've become very good friends with, and that is Jonathan Allentoff. And who's not friends with Bill Johnson? So it's a delight to have him here. I'm only going to speak for a couple seconds because I would like Jamila Rogers to have a wonderful conversation with you for a minute or two. But let me just share this with you. We have had several programs throughout this season of the statue of Harriet Tubman. It is now at Washington Square Park. I sincerely recommend that all of you try to visit it. It is breathtaking if you have not seen it. This represents the courage and the strength of the history of African Americans that have contributed to our community. We are celebrating Harriet Tubman in many diverse ways. And I sincerely feel that this is a wonderful opportunity that will be continued through my efforts in collaborating with the 36+ individuals that are partners and the many sponsors that are contributing throughout this event. We will continue this because this is a start in our community, a refresher of looking at it from the aspect of the diversity and inclusion and the healing and the understanding we need to have to become a greater Rochester community with the balance of love and the spirit of acceptance of everyone. Very important around everything that we have done has been the wonderful opportunity to engage youth within our community. They are our strength. Without them, what is tomorrow without our youth? So you will see that we've done that in the past. We will continue to do that. We encourage you to look at the program and look at other activities after this. But very grateful for you being here and grateful for the contributions of this very talented Brockport Symphony Orchestra. You'll probably have tears in your eyes before you leave. It's so beautiful. We are very happy to have here, and I'd like her to stand up for a minute, please, the great, great, great niece of Harriet Tubman. Geraldine Howard and her wonderful husband and her family have been very supportive of the entire programs that have gone on within our community. We are grateful to have her partnership and her knowledge, because who knows the history better than the family themselves? And so we are honored to have her involved. I'm going to hand the mic over to a wonderful colleague of mine, and she will take it from here, and then she will turn it over to Bill Johnson.
Thank you, Jacqueline. How's everyone doing? Good? Good. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Jacqueline for inviting me to give some opening remarks for this wonderful program. Having the Brockport Symphony as a partner in the Harriet Tubman Bicentennial celebration is both a blessing and an honor. It's also an incredible opportunity for our community to experience the thrill and excitement of a live symphony orchestra. Classical music will always hold a very special place in my heart. My parents were both avid supporters and lovers of performing arts. As such, I grew up being exposed to this beautiful art form. In fact, classical music, much like what we will hear in this concert, created somewhat of a soundtrack for my youth. It created the musical backdrop for over a decade of classical ballet, cello, and voice lessons. Over the years, I developed a deep and profound love and appreciation for classical music, which I still have today. I love everything from Baroque-era epics like Vivaldi's Four Seasons, minimalistic, modern masterpieces like Adagio for strings, all the way to a festive, exuberant, and instantly recognizable crowd pleaser like Handel's Messiah. I've enjoyed it all throughout the years. This is why it's so very important, not only to our community at large, but to our youth in particular, to be exposed to this incredibly powerful art form. Music has always been and will continue to be both a creative narrative and a driving force of social change and progress. One which is extremely effective on our youth in particular. The very statue that these events are commemorating depicts Harriet Tubman pulling a child to freedom. During our many conversations, Jacqueline discussed with me her desire to inspire the next generation of youth change agents. I myself, am the proud daughter of change agents, so I can personally attest to the fact that the youth we have with us today, getting ready to bless us with their tributes, are shining examples of just that. The seamless fusing of these traditional spiritual, sacred works and historical anthems, and the artistic interpretation of these historical works through the lens of the classical music discipline is the exact type of collaboration that captures the very essence of everything Harriet Tubman fought so fiercely for. It is truly a welcome harbinger of the very cultural and societal advancement, progress, and renewal that we are also very ready to embrace. So thank you all again for being here, and please enjoy the concert.
Good evening to all, good afternoon to all of you. You can't see me, I'm getting out of the stand, which I can't lower. Thank you for coming here. Thank you, Jacqueline and Jamila, for those opening remarks. I bring you greetings from Toronto, Ontario, where I spent the weekend attending the African and Caribbean Music and Food Festival. And last night being surprised by my friends who were treating me to an 80th birthday party to take me to see Trevor Noah live. So I'm continuing this celebration. This is the third in a series of concerts at the Brockport Symphony Orchestra and the maestro Allentoff that's presented, starting back in April. And so we're delighted to be able to bring this form, a repetition of this series, to Lake Avenue Baptist Church this afternoon with some added features that did not appear on the earlier programs. Let's get started with that. We have here today, as we perform this concert, the Freedom Ring, a tribute to Harriet Tubman Bicentennial, a woman who was an American hero, a lifelong humanitarian, served as the Underground Railroad conductor, a suffragist, military leader, and founder of the Harriet Tubman Home for the Aged in Auburn, New York. So it's a lot to take into consideration, and as Jacqueline has indicated, the statue of Harriet Tubman is in Washington Square Park, and we hope that you will get to see it before it is taken on its next leg of its journey at the end of this month. We're glad to welcome here today some youth from my church, Mount Olivet Baptist Church, who will give a special performance. So let us welcome the youth from Mount Olivet Baptist Church.
Good evening. Hi. My name is McKenzie Mitchell. But most days, my name is McKenzie Mitchell, but today I woke up and my name was Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, you should know my name. Freeing my people is what earned my fame. 13 trips in the dead of night, with only God's stars there to guide my flight. But to really understand my profound impact, listen up, my children, to hear all the facts. With my sharpshooter rifle in the Civil War, I led the Union Army as a scout in war. I led Union troops in 1863, and my brave mission set more people free. 700 slaves would be slaves no more, because a strong black woman opened freedom's door. I fought for women's rights with Susan B. Fought for freedom, fought for justice, because I could see that this land I love could never
afternoon. Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. Wasn't scared of nothing either. Didn't come this world to be no slave, and was gonna stay one either. Farewell, she sang to her friends one night. She was mighty sad to leave them, but she ran away that dark, hot night. She ran looking for her freedom. She ran to the woods and she ran through the woods with the slave catchers right behind her. But she kept on going till she got to north where those mean men couldn't find her. 19 times she went back south to get 300 others. She ran for her freedom 19 times to save black sisters and brothers. Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. Wasn't scared of nothing either. Didn't come in this world to be no slave. It wasn't gonna stay one either. It wasn't gonna stay one either.
Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Arrindell, and I'm going to be singing Stand Up from Harriet. I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, holding my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can while I can when I can for my people. While the clouds go back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You and freedom calling, calling me to
go way, way back. But when I was growing up, it was the church and the schools in our neighborhood that gave young people an opportunity to develop their talents and skills. So we're glad to see that this is still going on, even in this generation. So thank you again, Mount Olivet Baptist Church Youth Program, for the work that you do developing these young people. So now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen, and I would like to invite the concert, to welcome the concert master, Lois Lyell, and music director John Allentoff to the stage to perform our first number, Spirit of Freedom.